Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past...
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down,
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of... Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice.
oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want any...
Here we go.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare...
Hey, this gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, please don't search his core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so nice.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never been along the way. I learned to think.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in.
You've arrived, Zacharias.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me...
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And
1,596.
yes,
1,000 core flames, and just a single...
I've come this far. And that's proven.
But someday you will. burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume, but before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99 million, even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve...
Bartolos!
Brat, if you got the guts, you'll have to... This little brat is not a brat we can deal with just by ourselves!
I'm fine. No other choice but forward. A future will come. For tomorrow, a future will come. For tomorrow.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she's exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles. It's where you've
Well, thank you for that. But I hope no one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still...
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to...
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery...
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter, make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate, even if it's futile, We all...
Yes. Even if it is futile.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own two... Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story!
And so, at the end of the 134th song, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates once, or perhaps it wasn't. It wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. In the endless dark darkness for no reason. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Reduced to ashes. Such a fate happens in every journey.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,000 sick mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant after that one and only time we walked side by side. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent.
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the one day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. There's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come!
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, glory. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life. I shall once again
The 108,600. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. And the blaze was still not enough. Even if it meant burning.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. Only by feeding the flames can we melt.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,000.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least—
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not— Even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial. And I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths. At this crossroads of life and death, The giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow! I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here!
I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
How is it any different? That little creature! Keep him here!
Quench the flames with blood. Granted by strike. Feel the scorching sun tear the sky. All stars burn to ash. I'll never yield to fate.
Can't win. I must try.
Million struggles.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate 2,000,024,041,000, as if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos.
You're here. As always.
You're still lingering deep within me.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. If it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, then
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark, but even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. Never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again.
4 million.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, the destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next finite to the... then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flame.
Bold plan, but risky. What if one day? How can you ensure?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my plan. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still... I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this, not once in millions of...
I can do this, Lord Fine. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Court.
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much. Hand over the core flame. Let's...
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness.
Hiya, Cynthia. I swear, your deaths won't be just as they have never been.
Finish the sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. The one who can lead us. Just... I don't understand. Within the part of that warmth that should come from you. From an
My humanity is indeed just a flicker. Compared to the...
Even so, don't cast it.
Never. I have kept to everyone's wishes close, even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that each cycle, it's your wishes that over and over.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of... Lord Kazlana. So that without flaw, that is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation, I suppose. That makes me the perfect fuel for the...
No. An empty flame saves no one, but I still believe in you. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain. The only thing I can do is become one with the... May the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rose. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, Open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
The fire. Burning.
I'll never yield to fate. Quench the flames of blood.
This world's suffering.
Quench the flames of blood. Await the end! Strike!
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes. Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything. Everything to but tell me. How will the seeds of a new world?
The core flame rose. And this time, the end of the remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever. This was the end of the world. For a moment, I saw that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has, I will still never yield to it. 23,500,000. No more chasing is needed. And now, the flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. Then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world until another dawn rises on the distant horizon.
$33,550,300. And this is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding, and countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same.
They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop, to breathe, and just like them, you will carry those memories.
I must go. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with.
Yes, that's always the.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life. And I will kill gods and comrades alike, and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along, I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me, and make him... Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. You finally found her. Friend. I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. It's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing else. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to it. Becoming me. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, but this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but Turns out, the fire that lights the way was... Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel. And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me... What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your if I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of and the world we leave behind. This world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate. Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your... or side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before.
Will you be the blazing sun? Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember, and let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
May this blood be like gold and never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to, as the prophecy foretold. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my...
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550.
A perfect number. How poetic. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace you? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless sites?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million, and yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world, but you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if that is the moment. I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan?
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self... Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is...
You...
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And what right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a... Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all you. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my... In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun.
surging within this fragile body. In the 23,570,000th cycle. This time, by its faint glow, once again, no countless times. Now, a son. That son is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will. Drowning again and Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish. If I was born as the blazing son of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, soft waiting. Tear it down, embrace the detonation, burn up, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you. No pain, no gain.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow. Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge. The Black and White Legion squared off on the battlefield. Golden and...
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face...
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece.
She lifted the king of the crystal piece. Who would win? The holy city that stood for 1,000... Hollow hatred ignited the...
Only a miracle can save us now.
There is no...
Under the banners, dancing... Who would win? The guillotine fell.
From this day forth,
the people cried out her name, and this was the first. Who would win? The hero, perhaps drawn by the grand on the day the journey began. The sky. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly. But such discussions always end with the invincible imperator faded at the pinnacle of power. The banner, once revered by the people. The gates of the Temple of the Three Fates gently open on the day of prayer. The priests of Yanis listen.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan tasked with time is as
Don't listen carefully. The future they want isn't
really in the past.
The child said,
Mother, usurper.
And
don't judge.
Within, but the like day.
Wait.
They would have.
Wait.
The ancient chaos, so yet the giant until the giant in the ever and the god just the giant they drew that great they. The melodious chords of music when the last wicked beast finally fell.
The legions of heroes under my command are as vast as the sea, yet lack a formidable sword
The sword. During the banquet after the battle, the weaver tailored for her a splendid dress, and the commander poured her. Her golden-blooded comrades gathered about her, chanting her new name, the music of revelry led though into the Many years later, the guest.
High ceilings, melody of the waves, bless our night that we may drink deep.
On that day, an acquaintance not I speak up. I just had left then. Before yet the girl. There I the state. Scala. She. No. And within highest this. No. Within, but in no. This in the girl. Fine.
That's...
Not just
Perhaps. Look at my... But as long as I keep smiling, Akuma will always have an upbeat...
They'll each his up. Not hit you?
Up.
He in an as thing. But that nobody. The people like it only. He was the when on he just indeed like it. But he's this.
Could it...
Fear. For the power.
I am...
But before. Near that humble you, the first rate his but at
You
his
and be...
but no, but not fuel. But this the truth.
There been I
And in the but worry. But they're this is never the call. The I will. That they me. The young sheep. Of the young. The but they had go. In the innocent. So but a gut. The old. As the world 300 feet. This the gut. Why was it? The girl. The at dawn. But if bearing?
There's no...
The girl butted it. She... That the wind travel... Lion...
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of... No. I'm going to send you back to the very start of... That's right! At this very moment, after watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter, I'm glad that I remembered in the end.
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. This way, you'll carry my mission ends here. After all, across, so believe me, in the next cycle and in the one after that. Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace without even realizing it. Wait on now, take my hand. Go. Find the future Cyrene. And set out on another journey with her. No need to say it's time to go, my dear friend. And may the days ahead.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?